And hello, everyone again. This is VP Hand from Above with his casting partner, VP Nursky. And we're bringing you a ladder game between a VP Pro, and that VP Pro would be VPFaith. And spawning down in the 6 o'clock position is his opponent, the Red Protoss TT1. Nursky, give me a little background on TT1.
Well, TT1 is from the team FnaticMSI. He's been, I'd say, pretty well up in the scene for quite a while, as far as the pro gamers go. Real strong pro gamer, has some of his own styles that have been copied by a lot of players, so definitely not somebody who's very robotic in nature. So definitely an extremely good test of VPFaith's skills.
Good call, because VPFaith's actually only been playing about a month and a half, so this will be a real good test. As you can see in the chat, he's actually saying this is his only third week playing. So I think TT1's going, oh, I might be able to try something new, maybe do something different on this one.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the only one thing to always consider about ladder games is the pros, the pros, top level pros are more likely to try weird stuff on the ladder. Whereas your lower level pros will tend to try and play a little more traditional. They don't really want to get into a goofy sort of game of sorts. They don't really want to try stuff too crazy. But we do actually have looks like a 12 barracks going down, probably about a 14 refinery going down for Faith already, so people getting their builds rolling out. We got looks like about a 13 gateway, probably about a 13 or 14 assimilator as well, for TT1 down in the south.
Pretty standard opening, I'd say, almost.
Oh yeah, nothing going to be too crazy yet. I wouldn't expect any kind of crazy openings from these guys in the early part of the game. Terran and Protoss alike. Protoss always like to try and get out their first Stalker before they'll start their actual build. Terran will always want to get out the first Marine. Terran do generally get the Marine out a little bit faster than Protoss get the Stalker out. But either way, you generally want to get out that first ranged unit that can deny scouting before you really want to commit too hard to a build.
Well, I don't think we're doing that. I think if you look at VPFaith, he has forgone making a Marine, and he decided with the Tech Lab first.
Yeah, it's kind of actually a little bit of an interesting choice by him, just because it is going to allow TT1, as you see him coming up into the base here, to be able to actually scout the build. He's going to see the Tech Lab, he's going to see the first barracks up, he's going to see the second barracks building. This doesn't necessarily give away what Faith's doing. Faith could be trying to trick him around a little bit. A lot of people expect fast Marauders when they see two barracks like this, and we do see a Reaper coming out actually for Faith. So it could be a little bit of a ploy. Might not exactly be what the style he's going with, but we'll have to see.
Well, I mean, Reaper is a good scout. I mean, they're quick, easy, they can jump, they can exploit the cliff. I really don't see a bad thing with it. I mean, we do have Conch Shell on the way, so that means we will see some heavier Marauder play, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, and if you notice, TT1 is going with a 3-gate expand, maybe. So I don't see the 4th gate yet.
Yeah, no 4th gate yet. You don't typically see a lot of 4 gates with Protoss in this matchup. You're more likely to see like a 1-gate Robo into a 2nd gate. Something like that. It all kind of just depends. He does have a forward pylon of sorts placed on the edge of the map. That might be more for drop detection than anything. Put it actually in the close position spawn. Faith is trying to do a good job of picking off any pylons anywhere, scouting around the map, making sure nothing's too close to his base, just in case TT1 were to 4-gate him. But I would not really expect that out of TT1. TT1 has a lot of 2-base timing pushes that he does, but typically not very big on the really strong 1-base pushes. You don't see him being the 4-gating type of player that a player like a Combat X or something like that would be more notorious for.
Well, we do have the Nexus, so he did go 3-gate expand, which is pretty normal. I mean, he's got just enough army to kind of hold back the early, a little bit of Marine pressure. But he also, if you go to Faith, he is going with an expand as well. So, and he'll get his expand out first, it looks like.
Yeah, and as we actually look at the camera of TT1, he actually had no idea that expand was going down initially. I do believe he actually did see it with that scouting probe, though. Yeah, he did see the command center going down, so he should feel pretty safe with this expansion now. Might even want to try a little to apply a little bit of pressure here, warping in some units from that forward pylon he placed by the close position spawn, and bringing up some of his units down from his base. So, looks like he's going to go for maybe a little bit of a 3-gate pressure here, see if he can get anything done.
I don't really think that's a great idea. I mean, my personal opinion, he knows he doesn't know what Faith has. So, and with Conch Shell and whatnot, those stalkers are going to melt away.
That is true. That can definitely sometimes be the case. With very good micro with force field, sometimes you can manage to pick off some of those units. But as we see here, looks like Faith is actually going to end up just getting a stalker for free instead, as TT1 is going to decide just to turn around from this attack. Will pick off this SCV that was holding the, it's not like a tower, but yeah, actually just losing a stalker for nothing right there. So not the best pressure there from TT1.
No, I think he's going to go back home, get his, his macro going, hopefully get the death ball running. It'll be real smart, and he'll have not a problem. If you notice, he is putting down 2 more gates, so we are going to have a 5-gate. So
yeah, actually a 5-gate with a Twilight Council, so I would be most likely expecting charge for Zealots or blink for the Stalkers, something to give the Protoss ground army a little bit more mobility. That's
and look at that, we have
lately.
charge coming on the way. There is the charge. So yeah, we're going to have some Zealot charge. He's going to go very Zealot heavy, that means, which is not a bad thing because Zealots do eat a bio army pretty quickly.
Yeah, they do indeed. Do pretty good against bio armies. You definitely still have to have good force field placement, because if you don't get good force field placement, it's still pretty difficult. But yeah, charge is definitely a great ability to have. Blink's a great ability to have. You've been seeing players like Adelscott lately have been popularizing quite a bit the not bio heavy, gateway heavy style play from Protoss. But we do see Faith going actually with a very bio heavy style. Already up to 5 barracks, has several with a tech lab, could easily be putting even a 4th barracks with a tech lab coming up here pretty soon. No factories at all yet. Looks like he's even going to be adding a 6th barracks, so just a 100% pure bio army. No even medevacs yet to support it, so taking his time with the medevacs, just pumping out as many Marines and Marauders as he possibly can, and even still has that Reaper from earlier in the game.
But I find this kind of weird that TT1 has not gone up there, even with a Zealot to see what's going on. Because it looks like, here we go, Faith is pushing out, and just as TT1 is expanding to a 3rd base, I've never seen a 3rd Nexus coming out this quick.
Yeah, looks like he actually got a little bit ahead of me on the replay here, but yeah, Faith is going to be pushing out, and we do have an extremely early 3rd expansion from TT1, which is really going to cut into his army production. So kind of a very odd move by TT1. He also has a double forge going down, so it looks like he was going to be going for some double forge upgrades. I think he was expecting Faith to be a little more passive until he gets up medevacs a little bit later, but instead, Faith opting to pull even a SCV or 4 and pushing straight into the army of TT1 here. Yep, TT1 doesn't even have Guardian Shield down.
That's it right there. I mean, that is a big enough army, and there it is.
Yes, there indeed it is. The GG by TT1. Faith just catching him really with his pants down. TT1 tried to take a very aggressive 3rd expansion. I think he was kind of hoping Faith would sit back and macro a little bit.
Yeah, maybe play a little turtle style.
Dark Shrine. And it's a little bit of an odd move, because normally when you see Protoss go Dark Shrine, you would actually see them get the Dark Shrine out on 2 bases, build some of the Dark Templar, and then they would try and take a fast 3rd. But instead, he actually opted to take the fast 3rd and start it as the Dark Shrine was in process. And between the investment in the 3rd and the investment for Dark Templars, I mean, just it shrinks your army so much. I mean, just looking at the gateways unit count here, I mean, he had a lot of Zealots out. He tried to get charged to make him a little bit more effective, but kind of got caught almost with his pants down when that attack came. Force fields were kind of late, didn't get Guardian Shield out in time, lost a significant amount of sentries and stalkers before he really even engaged the army of Faith, so almost seemed a little distracted at the time before Faith actually did that push.
But I would say this is a great win for VP Gamers and VPFaith, because Faith just showed, hey, I could take a game too.
Yeah, most definitely. Really strong timing push by Faith. Hit TT1 right when he was at an extremely vulnerable point in the game, was getting his Dark Shrine stuff, made a large investment in trying to be able to get some map control, and the investment hadn't paid off yet, so hit him right at the right time, crushed through his forces, caught TT1 more or less with his pants down, and just won the game.
I say great win for VPFaith, and let's just we got more replays coming tonight, guys, so let's close this one out and let's go to the next one, shall we, VP?
Yes, indeed. So you guys have a good time. Until next time, this is Ken Nursky-Decker, Casting Hydralist, saying peace easy for now, guys.
And this is VP Hand from Above saying, I'll see you guys in my next replay.